Okay, I can see Tatenda from Zimbabwe. It's nice to meet you, Tatenda. Hello, Emerald from Botswana. It's nice to meet you. It's a pleasure to see you, Adewara from Nigeria. And also to Molly Okech from Kenya. It's nice to see you. Tolua Lokwe Mata from Nigeria. It's nice to see you. It's nice to meet you on the call today. We're also going to be checking from our participants on the YouTube. Okay, I see Frances from Sierra Leone, but she's joining from USA. It's nice to meet you, Frances. Ruvaresh, I'm so sorry if I'm not pronouncing your name right. I promise you it's not intentional, but we're glad to see you all on the call this morning. Good this morning, afternoon, or evening. Hello, Salem. Nice to meet you, Salem. Hi, Sakinat. It's nice to see you. Faridat, nice to meet you. Abiola, it's nice to meet you. So we'll just quickly check on our friends on the YouTube as well. Please keep it coming, keep it coming. Please let's connect to people on our networks. It'll be nice to meet with them. And while we're still waiting for more people to join in, I think that we'll just take from our IT. It would be nice for us to look at LAP as the years have gone by, LAP 2023 and 2024 cohorts, just for us to, while we're trying to wait for some more people to join in. And by 3:05, we will start, we'll go right into the opening remarks. So over to you, the IT team. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Amarachuku Jonathan, and this program has been so impactful from the reception and to the sessions that we had. We had so many impactful sessions about making the boss move, we had a safe space session where we talked about different things or different challenges that we go through as career women. So it was impactful, it was insightful, and going forward, I know the next step, the next things to do to ensure that I advance in my career.
Hello, everyone. My name is Victoria Chua Omera. I am currently here at the Leadership Accelerator program, and it has been a fantastic experience. But one thing that stood out majorly for me is connecting with women that share similar experiences with me. I think one thing I actually picked from this event and from this program in particular is that I'm not the only one facing some challenges that I face in my workplace, even at school. I find that women that are driven, women that are passionate are always being considered as doing too much. And I thought it was a personal thing. I thought it was a personal problem or something that's wrong with me. But coming here, I see other women facing the same challenges. So I feel more connected. And I feel like because we share the same problem, we can find solutions to them and we can adapt. And so it has been a fantastic experience. I've enjoyed all these sessions. I've connected with a lot of women and they are amazing. Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you. Thank you. I see
Hi, good afternoon. So my name is Kanyindi Nofoyim. So it's a rare privilege being one of the participants at the Young Leadership African program, which is being organized by Leap Africa. It's been so much great experience, insightful, learning a lot from women. That's why I love when you hear women supporting women. I think this is one of the programs where I've really seen this and experienced it, by myself. And, I really want to encourage all young ladies out there that this is a program you would definitely want to try. So I'm sure when it comes out next year, be willing to apply and then have your own personal experience. It is worth enjoying. So I think one of the major things for me is I enjoyed one of the program by Inia Bimbola, where she talked about how to be a boss lady. Like, it was really, really exciting. I loved her courage, and not just the courage, she had something upstairs. So, as a lady, it's good to have something upstairs. So when you step into the room, people know that definitely there's someone in the room making a difference. And that's really key to me. I encourage every one of us to go out there, make impact. Just dream it. Whatever you can dream, you can become.
Thank you. And just from that, just dream. Whatever you dream, you can become. Apologies, guys. Network decided to take me out, but I'm saying no. Today is our celebration, and we're going to do it in grand style. And just to move right into it, after welcoming everybody, we're glad to see you all here. Thank you for coming very early. Some people joined really, really early. Thank you so much. It's a pleasure to see you all on the call. And right into it, to kick off the celebration, we have somebody delectable. I'm saying this, and I'm asking those who are going to be coming for the boot camp to just get ready, as we'll be getting the opening remarks from no other person but the Director of Programs and Partnership at Leap Africa, no other person but Amabel Owakama. Hello, Amabel. It's so beautiful to see you. Guys, listen very attentively. Hi, Amabel.
I feel like you're setting me up. Oh. Good afternoon. I think it's afternoon everywhere, or good evening from wherever you're joining us from. Maybe even good morning in some places. I'm not sure. But I want to say a massive welcome and a massive congratulations for being here. The online closeout ceremony is always an indication that we finished one phase of the Leadership Accelerator program, and very, very happy that the phase is successfully closing out so that we can go on to the next phase, which is also amazingly exciting, and can't wait to meet some of you that I know will probably be there. Firstly, I want to say my name is Amabel Wakama. I work as the Director of Programs and Partnerships at Leap Africa. And this particular program is like it's like my baby. I see it as, I love it so much. I can't wait for it every year. Always so exciting, always so excited, and just an amazing experience and a journey. Now, firstly, I want to celebrate the milestone, just to say well done on being here. For many of you, if not all of you, you've gone through our learning management system, doing all the different courses that got you to be able to be part of the closeout. And I want to say congratulations on that. It's not always easy. You have your lives, your busyness, and I'm just acknowledging the commitment, the resilience, and the brilliance of all of you who have completed that phase, the online learning. And don't just see it as course completion, just something you check off a box, but it's an investment in your capacity to lead and influence change in Africa. And it's that first step that you're taking. So I just want to say congrats on that. And what you guys represent for us as an organization and in the larger ecosystem is basically meeting the urgent need for women's leadership that is bold, ethical, transformational in every sector. And that's part of the reasons why this course and this program was birthed. We know that as a continent, we are not going to go anywhere without women in leadership. It's been proven empirically time and time again that when women are on the table, when they have a seat at the table, things change for the better in every sector, whether private sector, public sector, peace talks, anywhere you find women who are well represented, there's influence for good. So for us to grow as a continent and for us to sustainably develop, it hinges on diverse leadership, which includes your voices at the table, decision-making tables. So thank you for being willing, for identifying and responding to that call to say, come and join this path of leadership. And just know that what you're doing connects to a wider movement. You're part of a growing community of our alumni, but beyond even just our alumni, you're part of a growing community of young African women who are challenging stereotypes, solving problems, and leading change in a context that is not always enabling, that's not always encouraging. And yet here you are, and the resilience and the determination is very clearly seen. So that's pretty amazing. I would love to see some applause emojis coming up as I'm speaking, just to say, listen, you ladies are you're the bomb, and we see that, and we appreciate you. Again, just a reminder that when we think about leadership, we're not saying leadership that of chief, doctor, Mrs. We're talking not titular leadership, but leadership that is about action, that is about influence, that is about making a change wherever you're planted, wherever you find yourself, and that's what we believe in. We don't believe in leadership that is just based on titles. I can be director of anything. I'm not a leader really. And you can be the junior colleague in an organization and you are demonstrating more leadership. So leadership is really about what you do. So of course, after this comes the boot camp. I am so, so, so excited. I think the boot camp is my highlight every year. It's absolutely amazing. Listen, ladies, I don't know how many of you have plans to be at the boot camp, but I promise you, your lives will never be the same. It's transformative, very high energy. A lot of the things you've learned on the LMS come alive. You sharpen skills, you deepen your networks, you'll learn new things, you'll go deeper in terms of your journey as a leader, touching on the different aspects of leadership journey for women. Really, really powerful, honestly. And I always see that it's a bridge between what you've learned on the LMS, which is also quite life-changing, and also the visible impact that comes after the bootcamp. So I'm very excited to welcome you guys to Nigeria for the bootcamp, as many of you, those that will come. And I want you to realize that the question about leadership for me, and I'll end with this, is always about how you show up differently. There's a way that we women are put on the hot seat, even when we don't deserve to be on that hot seat, even when we've proven ourselves. But sometimes, just by virtue of being women, young women, you are going to be on the hot seat. But the question is, how will you show up differently? How will you test ideas? How will you collaborate? How will you accept even being on hot seat with grace, where your leadership and your character and your competence, they all come together. They are not questionable. And one of my favorite phrases that I always use is, if not you, then who? And if not now, then when? It's now, it's now, it's you. Thank you so much, ladies, and welcome. And I hope you have like an amazing rest of the ceremony. I think we have about an hour together, and I think it's going to be a fun time. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Amabel, for ending on that note. If not you, then who? And if not now, then when? Just as we go right about that, I think that it would be nice for us to even just get like just 2 testimonials before we go into. So I would be calling on Ragdad from Egypt. Ragdad, are you on the call? Ragad Mohammed from Egypt. All right. Apologies, I'm not pronouncing it right. Yeah.
Yeah. So hello, everyone. I'm very delighted to meet you. It's a very nice opportunity for me. So my name is Ragad Qaddafi Mohammed. I'm from Sudan. Sudan is just below Egypt. Probably many of you don't know about Sudan. And my country, Sudan, is currently facing a crisis. It's a war that has been devastating everyone in Sudan. But we're strongly going to find solutions, and we're working to get it better. So this course, the Leadership Acceleration Program, has been transformative for me. It was very beneficial for me. It renewed my motivation and my confidence, and it showed me the real meaning of leadership. And the most thing that I've gained from it is that leadership starts from within before it reaches others. And that's why I think that we should be powerful before trying to lead others, and we should be very resilient. Thank you very much for the opportunity.
Thank you so much for that. I really love that. And apologies. It's Sudan, not Egypt. That's really powerful. You should be powerful before we even think of leading others. And these are the kind of things that can, help us to be powerful. I will just give it over to Frances. Hi, Frances. And we're sending all our loves like that. Hi, Frances. We would like to hear a testimonial from you if you're on the call now.
Hi, good morning, everyone. I am Frances Amibius Fodrena. I am from Sierra Leone, but I'm joining you from California, USA. So, the Leadership Accelerator program has been nothing short of transformational for me. I joined because I wanted to grow beyond my comfort zone, sharpen my leadership skills, and learn how to navigate the unique challenges young African women face in the workplace. So far, it's been eye opening from mastering self leadership and building visibility to connecting with inspiring women who push me to aim higher. This experience has given me the tools, the confidence, and the community to lead with clarity, courage, and impact. It has been very exciting for me, and I'm looking forward to the next phase. Thank you so much, and I'm pleased to meet all of you.
Thank you so much, Frances. Thank you for taking that so shortly. And yes, we're glad to hear that it's inspiring for you. We also have other people on YouTube who are also saying, yes, it was inspiring for us as well. And thank you. We hear you. And just in a short while, we'll just quickly take us through the Leadership Accelerator program again briefly, because I know that there's still some more questions, and we'll just go through it briefly. And from there, we will just if you have questions, please put it in the comment section, but not yet. We will not be answering them yet until we get to that point. So just give us a second to pull up this slide so that we can share with you. Okay. Please confirm if you can see my screen so that I can start. Can anybody see my screen now?
Yes, we can.
Okay, amazing. So for everyone who has been joining the onboarding, the Q&A session, I feel like we've gone over this over and over again, but we still get questions and some sort of like conversations around what essentially is the next step and all of those things. Hopefully, this is able to explain further. And if it doesn't, of course, you can always ask more questions and we'll always answer them. So like again, what you have done, the course that you're currently on, that you have just finished, and that we're going to next phase is called the Leadership Accelerator Program for Young African Women. And what we're trying to solve for is capacity to solve for is gender disparity in leadership that we see on the African continent, in the world at large. However, we want to start with Africa because, it starts from us. We are all Africans, and it's nice that we learn from home before we then even go to the global stage. And the Leadership Accelerator program is in 4 distinct phases. It's in 4 phases because we understand that for programs like this, sometimes we're unable to cover people if we just go on one phase. So we decided to make it bigger in such a way that we can accommodate more people, and of course streamlined so we get the ones who are really interested in digging deep into the Leadership Accelerator program. So the first stage is the free online course, which is what you've done, which is about 3 weeks. I think this will be a nice time for me to get feedback from you in the comment section how the online course was. I got a text, an email from someone saying the final assessments were so difficult. Were they really difficult, guys? Were they really, really difficult? Okay, I think I'll come back to that comment. And also after that, you then have the paid intensive boot camp, which is spanning for 1 week. Then from there, we have the capstone projects, and from the capstone projects into the 3 months intensive mentorship. The free online course is what you have done, where you had like 10 short modules and films to complement what you've read and what you've watched. Was supposed to be for 3 weeks, but we understood that some of you had a couple of challenges, and because of that, we had to extend it for over, I think, 2 more weeks to be able to accommodate your finishing the program on time. And can I say to everyone who was able to complete that, out of over 4,000 registrations that we got, 1,020 of you finished the course as at when due, and was able to do the final assessment. Then after the free online course, which you have done, for those who had scored 70 and above, you are now then been invited. If you haven't gotten your email of invitation already, then we're not sure what's going on, but we can trust us. Just reach out to us. We can trust us that we would definitely reach out to you. Then there's a paid online, the paid boot camp. The paid boot camp is 1 week, and it's for this year. It's going to be happening in Nigeria, but next year, I want a guess in the comment section where it will be happening. That's going to really be unfolding later. So for the paid boot camp, it targets a cohort of, we look at 30 to 40 young African women between the age of 23 to 25 to 35. So now you will see that we had said 25 to 35 in the presentation, because before that was what's up, but we got a lot of feedback from a couple of you from this cohort and the cohorts before you, and decided to walk around 23 to 35. So for everyone who had reached out to say, oh, it's unfair, the ages, just know that we listened and we are trying to work hard on it, and we are able to accommodate everybody within the same age and within some particular age spectrum. But please know that we have your best interests at heart. So it's also open to those who have completed the online course within the designated time frame, and for leaders, aspiring leaders who are seeking to advance their careers and secure leadership roles. Somebody had reached out to say she had become even way better in a way to negotiate a salary at work, and I think that that's really amazing to hear. So next after that, once you're done with the physical boot camp, is the capstone project. The capstone project is saying, see, I've gone through the online phase, I've gone through the boot camp. What can I do? How can I help other people as well to thrive in their own leadership journey? So it's a project that the participants of the Leadership Accelerator program undertakes to help and impact other people within a community, society, or even a country. And while that is going on, we then have the 3 months intensive mentorship, where participants will tell us, these are the challenges that I have encountered or that I think that I have, and I will need a hand holding on. Sometimes it's a one-on-one, sometimes it's a group mentorship, depending on what each participant had earlier stated that they want. So basically, that's all about the Leadership Accelerator program. And it's the more you get into it, the deeper it gets. Please know that it is in phases, because I've also received emails from people saying, oh, if I couldn't come for the boot camp, can I be given a mentor? No, you cannot be given a mentor. It's as in stages. So it's from the online phase to the boot camp, from the boot camp to the capstone projects, and from the capstone projects to the mentorship. So I hope that I was able to explain that just briefly as I want to. And I know that I can see some questions already. We're taking those questions, and we'll definitely respond to that as once we get to the question and answer session. But with no further ado, I have somebody very amazing who will be speaking to us today. Please, if you're not with your notes, kindly quickly get your notes or your phone and start typing, because the person will be speaking to us today will be charging us, and she'll be charging us on something very powerful: why action changes everything. And I know the person, but my one and only programs manager at Leap Africa, Joy Godwin. She's on the call already. I'm just going to try to see if hello Joy, can you hear me? Trying to see if I
Hi.
Yes. Hi Joy, it's nice to see you.
Hi, Ademisola. Nice to see you too. And it's definitely a delight to be on the call. Hello, ladies. Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, Amabel. Thank you so much for the opening. Super grateful. And yes, shout out to my colleagues as well on the call. It's good to see us all. Ademisola asked me to do something very briefly. Well, so I'm supposed to have a quick talk with you on why action matters. I think I was reflecting a lot about it and just also thinking about my life and maybe the different points in time I've had to take action, and what that has looked like for me. So part of this might also be a bit of my story, a bit of me talking, but really, yeah, I think action. So to start off, let me just get that pause, right? So you had this aha moment. Wow, oh my goodness, it just brought so much light. How many people? Anybody like that? I see that you have a lot of questions. Darin Salah is coming back for a lot of that. But just focus on me right now. Focus on me and let's talk. I'll be done before you know it. How many people like that? I'm coming to the charts to see. Okay, so my question is, when you were going through the courses online, did you have an aha moment? By that I mean, did you have a moment that felt like, oh my goodness, I never knew this before now? Or that moment that felt like, oh my goodness, so now I understand what I was going through? Or that moment that just felt like, boom, like scales fell off your eyes? Great. How many people like that? Thank you. I'm seeing that. I'm seeing that. Beautiful. Awesome. Most definitely. I like that response. Like, what? Are you kidding with me? I saw a lot of that. Good, good, good. I love it. Multiple of those moments. Whoa, I love it. I love it. I love it. Mm. So now that's the start, or that's the spark of action. So when it does comes, what do you do with it? When you had the aha moment, that when you had that insightful moment, when you had that light bulb moment, what did you do with it? How have you used it? And you're still going to talk to me some more before I leave your face. But let me move away from that. I like that we've established that already. Maybe a few things I'd like to point on. I would like to say quickly about action. The first part of it is knowing, and I feel like you know this already, but maybe just calling it out again, is knowing that small actions are actually what moves us from potential to progress. So part of your small actions look like maybe every day or every week you had that moment you were coming online, you were just moving. You were moving. You didn't feel like it, but you had to come up and take the session at the time. Or maybe you had a lot of workload to do, a pile of workload to do, but you had to squeeze in that 1 hour, that 2 hours to say, you know what, I must take this course before I wrap up. Showing up at every point in time to take those courses were definitely moving you towards progress, was definitely moving you from what you felt like was inside, that thing within you craving for more, was definitely that action, that step you were taking, coming in day to day, week by week to take your courses, certainly small actions you were taking. But then understanding that the knowledge alone is not enough to change your life. That aha, that spark isn't enough to change your life. It's what you then do afterwards. So those spark, those light bulb moments you had, what did you do with it? How do you plan to use it? Or maybe you've even started using it. And I'm sure you're going to also tell a lot of these stories, especially during the boot camp. But for me, would just be you, be me highlighting that it's important that you're paying attention to what you're doing with what you have garnered so far. Be it you trying to test an idea at the workplace, be it you just testing it with a colleague at work. Whatever it is you're beginning to do with the little things you're picking up is definitely a shift from what's on your inside to expressing itself and pushing you further on. The next thing I want to say is action builds clarity and confidence. So there was something one of you who was sharing her story, just some minutes back, said being on the program has improved her confidence. And that's the fine thing with action. So clarity rarely ever comes before action. Rarely ever. Many times You would have tossed yourself left, right, center before you actually start understanding. Oh, I think I see it now. And you take another step. Oh, I think I see it now. But it comes in that way, it comes with bits. So it's important that we're also just plugging ourselves into that. So, for instance, as a young lady finishing off school, I wasn't too sure what I wanted to do. But I knew that I wanted to do something for people, but I wasn't exactly sure what it was. And so it was during my youth service. So in Nigeria, we have this compulsory 1 year of service after tertiary institution. So during my youth service, I was serving with a government institution, so it was typically boring. I didn't have a lot of stuff to do, and then I wanted to just do something. It was just, it was, how do I put it? It was just like a craving inside. I wanted to do something. And so I saw an organization online and again tilted in a direction that always got my attention. And that was the attention of sexual abuse. I had an issue when I saw girls who had been sexually abused. And so I was just going through the web and I came across this organization. I saw a number, I called them up front, and they said to me, "Oh no, we're in Lagos. Sorry, you can't." And I'm like, okay, I'm right here, Abuja in Nigeria. I'm in Abuja. Do you have any partner or anybody you can recommend me to that I could do some work with in Abuja? And I was not looking for any pay. I'm like, you don't have to pay me. I just want to jump on it. I didn't even know the name was called volunteering at the time. This was just me trying to throw myself into something. And then I started off, they linked me up. I started off and we started going on little outreaches. And I felt like there was something bored in here. There was something bored in here. And gradually, I started having conversations with their CEOs. And I realized that, oh, this is actually like a path. Like, whoa, you mean you've been doing this and you've been earning? Oh, wow. So you can do this and earn, And so gradually, and hey, it's been how many years down the line? It's been such a beautiful journey. 15, no, no, not up to 15, not up to 15, 13 years down the line. But it's been such a beautiful journey, taking that one step, and gradually, clarity coming in, confidence coming in. The next bit of it I would say about action is the fact that, and this is the part of it that I think really touches on us as women, is the fact that action can look different in different seasons of your life. So there's a point of your life where action looks like there's a lot of speed and we're just getting at it, we're going here, we're going there. And there's a season of your life where action can look like it's going to be quiet, but then there is growth happening on the inside. And it's okay. And such kind of moments. And so for me is the intentionality to say to yourself that no matter what season, you would ensure that there is intentional action you're taking, even if there's small doses of it. You're taking intentional action. It might not look visible, but you're taking in small, you're deliberately doing things no matter how little. So for instance, thinking about myself again, starting out as someone on the career path early on in the journey, and then I got married. It was a big transition phase for me. I was getting married, I was moving into a new city, I didn't know anybody, and at the time I was getting into a new job. It just felt like multiple transitions happening at the same time, and it felt like a huge dose of blow where I was struggling to get a hang of everything going on with me. But then what that looked like for me in that season was just staying on and knowing that, look, I was going to come out of this one way or the other, you know. And then I got into the other season where I became a first timer, so I was having to carry a baby and I was trying to figure that out on my career journey. And I wasn't necessarily ready to step out of work. I wanted to still be in work, and I was going to have, here I was with my baby. An interesting thing happened that season was at work. I had an opportunity to, travel, do some presentation on the projects that I had done. But my baby was just about 3+ months old. It was not even close to being weaned. And guess what? I turned down the opportunity. It was a project that I had worked on. I was going to be so proud presenting on that, but I turned down the opportunity. Rather, I prepared my reports and I'm like, you know what? My manager should handle it. I want to be here with my baby right now. So it didn't look like a mighty visible step I was taking, but what that looked like was me just being intentional about the work I was doing at that point in time. My action looked a bit different than what it would typically look like if I didn't have that extra responsibility. But the intentionality is here is saying, depending on your seasons, action can look different. It can look like small doses of it. But now I've gotten to the point where I can comfortably leave my kids and travel. I've got a partner who is on standby and he's ready at any point in time. They can stay for weeks at a stretch, and I travel. And I know that I don't have to be bothered because there's somebody there. But there was a moment where it was really fragile and I had to pay attention to the kind of action I was taking. So action can look different. But what's important is I'm trying to keep the vision alive. So what's the vision you have before you? How are you keeping it alive, irrespective of your seasons? And you're going at it. The next thing I would like to say about action is, action can look like what? Speaking with a shaky voice. So that's saying action in the face of fear. You know how many times, I don't know how many times this has happened to any of you, but for me, for instance, you know that imposter syndrome where you're just like, I'm not sure I can do this. And somehow everybody around you feels like, no, you can do it. No, and just you're just like, hello. And eventually they give it to you, and it feels like you're drowning in it. And you're like, am I sure I'm even qualified for this? Are you sure you didn't find somebody else? Why is it me you're thinking about? You know, but then it's then you saying, I may not feel like I'm capable. I may not feel like I'm ready for this, but let me do it anyway. Let me do it anyway. A common phrase would be, do it afraid. Let me do it anyway. I may feel like I'm not good enough, but let me do it anyway. And there's this interesting quote I just recollected. Oh my goodness, but I wish I had remembered it before now. I've tried to scramble it out on time. But it's, you think you're not beautiful. Who are you to think? Oh my goodness. It's a very popular quote. It's not coming to mind very quickly, but it's from this movie, Akila and the Bee, where her mentor or her coach had said that to her. Now I can't remember. Maybe before I finish this call, I can drop the quote on the call. But it's just saying, why do you think that you're not good enough? Why do you think that somebody else is good enough? Why are you thinking that somebody else is better qualified than you? Why don't you think that you're the one who's actually more qualified than you? You know, there's a way you could portray someone online. There's a way you could view someone online, and you have the tendency of thinking that the way the person is branded outside makes them feel better, makes them look better than you. But I don't know if you've had situations where someone who you actually think is way better than you have interactions with them and you're just like, oh, this person is quite shallow. I didn't know that this person was not as deep. I don't know if you've had that feeling. So sometimes it's just a portrayal of themselves to make it look like they have more or they're more qualified. So you look inward and forget about how you're thinking other people may be qualified or better off than you, and saying, no, for me to have been considered for this, then I'm good enough. Or when I see certain opportunities that I feel like, hey, it looks good, but rather than me saying, do I have 100% qualifications on it, I'm jumping. Yeah, that's it. Thank you. That's the quote. It's right there in the chat. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You found it. Oh, I love you. This is big love to you there. Thank you so much. That's the quote right there. Let me come into the chat. I want to read it very quickly. Oh my goodness, why is it not opening up here? So yes, our deepest fear is not that we're inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we're powerful beyond measure. It is our light, not our darkness, that most frightens us. We ask ourselves, who am I to be brilliant, gorgeous, talented, fabulous? Actually, who are you not to be? You're a child of God. You're playing small. Your playing small does not serve the world. Your Yes, your playing small does not serve the world. There's nothing enlightened about shrinking so that other people don't feel insecure around you. Why are you bothered about people feeling insecure around you? It doesn't do anyone good that you're playing small. We are all meant to shine as children do. Oh my goodness. It has moved. It has moved. Okay, no. I think there's a lot of okay, yes, as children do. We're born to make, we're born to manifest the glory of God, to make manifest the glory of God that is within us. It's not just in some of us, it's in everyone. And as we let our own light shine, we unconsciously give other people permission to do the same. And as we liberate, and as we're liberated from our own fear, our presence automatically liberates others. Do you get that? It's beautiful. I love this quote. So whenever it feels like you're feeling like maybe not you, maybe feeling insecure for whatever reason, I think that this quote should be one of your anchors. It's such a deep one, and you could just take some time, tease it off sentence by sentence, customize it into a confirmation you want to constantly say to yourself, or affirmation rather, an affirmation you want to constantly repeat to yourself when you feel like maybe not. But hey, there's no room for you to be playing small. And this brings me to what I was saying before the quote came up. You know how you see certain opportunities and you feel like because you don't have 100% of the qualifications, you don't want to try. Please try. How many of you have seen opportunities where it feels like you've gotten everything, and then you see the last line and it says, if you can't, maybe you must be able to speak Portuguese or French. Yeah, please apply. Portuguese or not, apply. You've gotten everything else. Do you need to have it 100? There was a time when I'm seeing it, like I'm just like, okay, I can't speak the French. It looks like you prepared the people for French, and I let it go. But that's shrinking small. Who knows? They might find somebody who speaks French but does not have as much qualifications as I am. And next thing they say, you know what? We need your skills. Why you can't speak it? We'll get you an interpreter. Go for it. You have 60% of the qualifications. Please, by all means, go. Sometimes they have a lot of qualifications and then they say 10 years experience, but you've got 6 years of experience, but you've practically done everything on it. Please run, jump on it. That's you getting at it in the face of whatever it is you think is a fear, whatever it is you think is a limitation. Jump, run at it. Don't let that keep you back and be like, oh, no, maybe not. Oh, no, please. By all means, try it out. Sometimes you come across opportunities, and this happens to me quite a bit. You come across a couple of other opportunities that make you thinking, and maybe it could be a scholarship that makes you think about moving out or something, but then you're trying to consider, hey, how do I do it with my family? I also want to, oh, but my family, you know what? Jump at it. Can your partner also jump at it? Don't hold yourself back. See, like, you know what? I want to go for this, but I don't want to be held back, and I don't want to hold my family back. Can we both run for it? Apply for it as well. Apply for it together. Let's go. You know, run. Don't let anything hold you back. Maybe one of the final things I want to say about taking action will be understanding that action is beyond yourself. And I think that was the final thing that quote was saying about when you move, you're giving others permission to also move. There's something your story can do for another young lady. There is something your life can do for another young person around you. So the more you give yourself permission to jump on things, the more you're permitting them to jump on things. You never know how many people are looking at you. You never know how many people are looking up to you to say, I want to be like you. And sometimes they're mimicking you and you have no idea. They're literally just coming with you. So the more you're able to take that leap, the more you're saying to them, you can equally take this leap. And yes, I'm using Leap Africa because, yeah, we leap. But yes, let me focus. You give them that license to take the leap. So taking action is beyond you, is that you're setting a standard for others to also come up. You're helping other young women, other young people see what's possible because of your life. Even your siblings. I can't tell you the number of times my siblings have impacted the decisions I've made unconsciously, just by mere conversation. And I hear it, and next thing, I've made a decision from the conversation. So imagine that. Imagine, and now I have a younger sibling. On one occasion, I think it was her birthday, she was saying to me, I'm her career mentor. I couldn't believe it. I'm like, really? I had no idea. And it touched me. But what I was doing was, I think it was just the conversations we're always having about work and how I wanted to do things and what I was gunning for, and how I was going about it. I think that motivated her a lot. And I had no idea. Imagine that I wanted to just play small by myself and just take it easy. That means it might have been influencing her own decisions for her own life as well. So, yes, taking action is beyond yourself. Step out there, mentor other people intentionally and unintentionally. You never know how many people, the number of people who are quote and unquote are like mentors for me, and they have no idea that they're my mentor. But I know mentorship is not exactly that way, but maybe role models in that sense. But I monitor them a lot, I follow them a lot, I get their resources. I just want to take it in. They have no idea that I'm really looking at them. So imagine that there are others like that also looking at you. So yes, beyond this program, beyond what you've done, enable others to rise. Enable others to rise. So yes, I'm going to wrap up here by just saying action is your superpower right now. Yes, you've taken in a lot of knowledge. It's you acting that puts you out there. So let's get on it and let's roll. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for having me, everyone.
Thank
Hi,
you
Adam.
so much, Joy. I want to see the round of applause in the comment section. That was very powerful. Thank you so much, Joy. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Action is beyond yourself. Empower other people. That is so powerful, so powerful. I told you, you're going to be listening to the programs manager Leap Africa. What were you expecting? Well, like that's a leap. Thank you so much, Joy, for sharing that so powerfully. I also see a lot of people say thank you to you from the YouTube as well. They're saying say thank you so much. Somebody's also sharing an example of how she kept applying every year until she got one application correct. Thank you so much for sharing so powerfully and vulnerable with us on the call today. We're so grateful for that. Please keep the applause coming, keep the thank you coming. We would really love that. Just while just Joy was speaking, we also see that we have more testimonials, and yes, we give you time to speak on those testimonials. So right now, I'll just ask that the IT team just give us a sneak peek into what our preparation towards the bootcamp. I think it would be really lovely. I also see somebody reach out to say, can I still get in for the bootcamp? Absolutely. As long as you have met all the criteria that we've earlier mentioned, then of course you can also get invited into the bootcamp. And while we're waiting for that to come up, I will just quickly give it over to Iwelo Alice. Iwelo Alice, if you're on the call, for your testimonial. If Iwelo is not on the call, we'll just listen to Linidwe. Apologies if I'm not pronouncing your name right. I promise it's not intentional. If Linidwe is on the call, it's Sekinat. I think I saw Sekinat earlier. Sekinat, kindly please share your testimonial in just 1 minute.
Okay.
Sekinat,
Hello.
are you sure? Can everybody hear me?
Yeah, I'm here.
Hi, okay. Okay, Alice. Okay. Sekinat, let's listen to Alice first, and after Alice, we'll hear you. All right, Alice, over to you, please.
I'm sorry, my video can't come on, but if you have missed my beautiful face, but you can feel the smile. Yeah, so thank you so much, Team Leap Accelerator Program. You have been excellent. You people have made it for us. My name is Alice Iwelo again, and I am coming from Uganda, East Africa. And I am a counselor by profession working on GBV issues with ActionAid Uganda. So I want to appreciate the experience that I got. It was so exciting. It was an edutainment coupled with education and entertainment because of the packaging. You people packaged the program so beautifully, and the beautiful ladies and their one man who came for the facilitation, we were very entertained and educated. And the choice of topics was a spot on. The first was good, the next one was better, the following one was best. Now, you just failed to explain the kind of packaging that you people gave us. Now, most beautiful for me was how to build wealth as a working woman. Jennifer Awirigwe. If I've not pronounced well, sorry, but I loved it. And sometimes we get money and we are quick to spend it on other people. We forget about ourselves. But I was reminded that, yes, madam, please take care of yourself. Thank you so much for that. Organization, politics, in fact, all the topics were excellent. People, your choice of topics was amazing. Thank you. I signed in for the program for purposes of growth and curiosity, which has been completely quenched. My curiosity, no more. I got it all in one package, and I'm very grateful. A million thanks to the LEAP fraternity, fellow upcoming leaders, for this journey that we have made. Please stay blessed. I'm blessed too. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Alice. That was really succinct and straight to the point. Thank you so much. Thank you. We're glad to learn that you were able to hear that. And of course, please, African women, spend money on yourself too. It's very important. Well, not just for other people, we're also for ourselves. So over to you, Sekinat. Sekinat from Nigeria. Over to you.
Hi everyone. It's actually nice to be here. My name is sorry, I think my speaker. Can you hear me now?
We can hear and see you, yes.
Hi everyone. My name is Sekinat Are. I'm from Nigeria. I work in a travel agency company. I'm still a student of LASUM. Let me say this program has been an open-minded for me because as a person, I thought I had all the confidence in the world. But Leap Africa let me know that you don't have to stop at 100. You have to go at 1,000 and on and on and on. So you get, and there's this quote I remember and I'm keeping forever. Let's know that my skin will always be my skin. My voice will always be my voice. My hair will always be my hair. The part of my body, I should not let anybody define me because seeing myself start from me, I don't have to validate myself from other because that's one thing that will keep me going and I'll keep my confidence intact. And about procrastinating, I will never forget to prioritize, to never procrastinate, and to always go on, give it my all, give it my goal. Never to see myself that this is where I can be. I have to know that I can go beyond. No society, nobody can stop me from going. I can stop at any length I want to be, and there is nobody that can stop me. As a woman, we don't have limits in the society. We can be anything we want. We can go for it. Don't let, because we have this mindset at work, because can I share a story of mine? Because I've been in a position whereby I've never failed in my life, but at some point I failed, and I thought that's the end of the world for me. Because as a person that has never failed, and at some point I didn't get one thing I wanted. So thank God for the people around me. And again, you have to have positive people around you for you to be positive as well. You can't do it on your own. People around you can also define you. So thank you, Leap Africa, for the program. And I really enjoy it. I'm always looking forward to the next courses. Sometimes I wish they can just open the courses. I can just do it at the time I want. But thank you, Leap Africa. And I'm glad to be a participant and a student of Leap Africa Institute. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Sakinat. Thank you so much. It's nice to hear that. And it's nice to hear. And thank you very much for sharing vulnerably on the call. We appreciate that. And yes, we're glad that you were able to take up that quote. Your hair is your hair, your skin is your... There's really nothing you can do about that. But to love it and, of course, to celebrate it. Hello, Linduwe. It's good to see you on the call. We would like to hear a testimonial in just 1 minute, please. Thank you.
I'll try and keep it very brief. Thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to share my highlights from the online phase of the Leadership Accelerator program. My name is Lindiwe and I'm speaking to you from Lusaka, Zambia. So the experience that I'd like to share occurred right after I had finished Module 5, Gaining Visibility in the Workplace. It emphasized the need to be recognized because it gets you more responsibilities and more opportunities. So now, as an emerging leader, that is exactly what I was looking for. So one principle that stood out for me from this module is the PHB principle. P for put your hand up, H, have something to say, and B, bring value. You must bring value. I finished that module thinking of a game plan on how I can put all that knowledge to good use. And you know what? An opportunity presented itself the very next day as we had a departmental meeting. Empowered with what I learned from Module 5, I spoke up not once, not twice, but 3 times in that meeting. The first time was to identify a problem. The second was to add on to the solution. And the third time, I piggybacked off of someone else's thoughts. And by doing that, I was able to get recognition, which led to more responsibilities. This is just one of the many ways in which this program has empowered me and changed my approach to leadership, both in the workplace and in my community. So even though it was only 3 weeks, the program had a tremendous impact on me because the Lindsay at the beginning and the Lindsay that you see now, the Lindsay talking to you now, are two different people. Believe me, that is not an exaggeration. My thought process has changed. My approach to situations has changed. So on that note, I would like to thank the LEAP team for giving us this opportunity to attend this amazing program. And I would recommend it to anyone who is an emerging leader and wants that jumpstart to get ahead. Thank you so much.
Powerful, Indue, powerful. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you for sharing that. I essentially love when you said the Lindy that started is not the same one now. And see how taking action, by the next day you had to do it 3 times. That's amazing, and we're super proud of you. This is what we love to see in every participant. You don't just learn, but you're putting to work all that you've learned in every of the course that you have done. Just right about it, we'll give it over to Tatenda, and after Tatenda, we then have the IT team come up. Hello, Tatenda, it's nice to see you, and thank you for coming very early on the call. I hope I'm pronouncing your name right.
Yes, you are. Thank you. So the moment I saw the program advertised on, was it LinkedIn, I think, I was like, this program is for me, and I really need to apply and make sure I get a spot in. And sure enough, I got in, and the program has been exceptionally prepared well. In the past, I left a workplace because I didn't understand organizational politics. So the program completely reframed my thinking, teaching me that politics isn't always negative, but about understanding power dynamics, building strategic relationships, and influencing ethically. I now feel equipped to navigate those dynamics. I also really enjoyed the sessions on executive presence and career mapping, which helped me align my goals with my purpose. So I really feel that this program is life changing, and it has professional soft skills that every African woman needs to grow in the workplace and be a better version of themselves. So thank you, Leap Africa. We really appreciate the program.
Thank you so much, Datenda. Thank you. I'm glad that you know better now. When we know better, we definitely do better. Thank you so much for sharing that. Now over to you, the IT team. We just want to see a sneak peek into, what's going to happen, what we're going to be using for the Leadership Accelerator Bootcamp. So if you haven't, please get ready and just watch this. Over to you, IT team. Okay, apologies. I think there's a network glitch there, but no worries. We can always share that link via our call. So anyways, we'll just quickly move on to I think I just saw I think I saw somebody right now who's supposed to give a testimonial. All right, I see Lydia Okot. Oh, Lydia, are you on the call? Lydia, are you on the call? I think I just saw you now. Okay. If Lydia is
Yes,
okay, hi Lydia. In just what minutes your testimonial?
Okay, thank you so much for giving me this opportunity. Oh my gosh,
I love all the speakers that have gone before me, and I'm honored to be given this opportunity. Well, so all the modules really resonated with me because I'm at a point in my career where, after 5 years in the tech world, I have not, I'm in the middle level. So I wanted to grow to a senior level, right? But there's a lot of things that I didn't know. The mentorship that I thought I needed all came in through this program. Yeah, we have leadership, we have the navigating office politics, yeah, all these programs that interacted with really resonated with me. But one specific course that, let me say, changed the course of my life is the leadership, the leadership course. So when I heard that leadership comes from within, and I had to define my three values that define me. Yeah? So I defined my values, and those were courage, passion, and of course, integrity. And the courage that I had was to take a step towards my passion. I've always dreamt of starting something that helps people living with disabilities, since I have a sibling that lives with disabilities. And since I'm in tech and in this age of AI, starting technologies that help people living with disabilities using AI is one of the courses that I thought I should take. And I thought being courageous involves also going towards what I want, and that was registering a company called Human First, and I registered it, and I'm now in the process of transitioning into going into doing this full time. And I wouldn't have done this if I had not had and stressed enough that this is something that I need to do as a leader. Yeah. So thank you so much for helping me and pushing me into the direction that will help me present myself to the world in a manner which is very authentic to myself. Thank you so much, Lab Program.
Thank you so much, Lydia. That's so powerful. We're so glad that you were able to take action. Ladies, again and again, we keep hearing that people are taking action. Please, if you haven't, make sure that you didn't just listen to the class and it was nice to have. You were really taking action. I think I saw Linkot on the call right now, or Tolulope. Is Tolulope on the call? Okay, I'm not sure I can see Tolulope anymore. Okay, if I can't, is Samuela on the call? Samuela? Okay, how about Bauket? Is Bauket on the call? I can't see Samuela Bauket. I can't see Niwat. Is Colette on the call? Okay, I think, okay, thank you very
Yes,
much
I'm
for
on the
sharing your
call.
Oh, Colette. Okay, hi, Colette. Just your testimonial in 1 minute. Thank
All
you.
right. Thank you so much. I am sorry I am unable to put on my video. My battery is not tried changing to another device. I think most of what I really wanted to share has already been said by the ladies that spoke before me. I just want to give a vote of thanks to the management and leadership of LEAP for fishing for us the most able and highly knowledgeable facilitators to take us through this 3-week leadership course. I must testify that it was highly amazing. Notwithstanding what others have said, I think what really stood out for me, my main key highlight for this course was the art of refining my executive presence. The program helped me appreciate very simple yet highly impactful tenets to amplify my strengths and make an even stronger impression as a leader and step up further in both my personal and professional life. Thank you, Leap Africa.
Thank you so much, Niwa. Thank you for sharing that. I'm glad that, thank you for thanking us. We're glad that we've been able to impact, the African women as we want to. And right about now, we will just really go into the Q&As. I see the comment section. Okay, I see the comment section buzzing, and so we'll just really take that. And after that, I see Tolu on the call now. We would then, after that, we'll then come to Tolulope to share a testimonial. And so on the questions that we have, so we would try to answer as many as we can on the call, just so that we are able to. And if at any point we didn't answer your question, please feel free to shoot us an email at lap@leapafrica.org. It will be on the comment section so that you can just send an email today. So please, when is the 1 week intensive boot camp commencing? It's starting September 8th to September 12th, 2025. So that's next month. For some of us that couldn't make it to the boot camp in person, is there a possibility for us to join virtually? Oh, we're sorry for the boot camp is completely physical. There is no aspect of it that we're going to be having virtually. So we're sorry we cannot have you joining virtually. It's physical, and that's why we ensured that the online was fully online. So please kindly bear with us on that. What about if you haven't done your assessment? So we hear a lot of people say, oh, we haven't gotten the link for assessment, we didn't get assessment. What we noticed is that for some of our participants, the link has been sent to you. You probably did not get it because the email that you signed up for the course with is different from the email that you continue the course with, sort of. So if you haven't gotten your assessment link up to now, kindly check your spam folder. If you cannot find it, please ensure that you send us an email today at lap@leapafrica.org, and we're sure that for as many people who reach out to us today, you'll be getting your assessment link. You have from now till next week, Monday, to complete your assessment. So lap@leapafrica.org, we'll ensure that we'll respond to every email on assessment link today so that you can as well go ahead to do your final assessment. We also see somebody is asking, is there still a chance to seek a spot at the boot camp? Yes. In short, by tomorrow, we're going to be ending the early registration fee. So if you haven't made payments for early registration, kindly go ahead to do that. The boot camp is 500,000 naira and equivalent of $350 for people who are outside Nigeria. So please ensure that you pay through the means that we have shared in the email, or reach out to us if you haven't gotten that. But then that's the information on that. Somebody said, if you didn't get your final assessment link, please send us an email. We will ensure that we respond to that today. Somebody said, is it possible to review the age limits for boot camp attendance? Well, just as we said earlier, we reviewed it to get this 23 to 35. Right now we cannot do that, but we'll ensure that if we ever get to review it in future, we'll actually share that across our social media pages. I'm probably even send an email. But right now, where the boot camp is strictly for women between the ages of 23 to 35. If anything changes, we'll reach out, but that's the age that we're working with. I'm trying to see. I think I see another question here. How do you make payments for the boot camp? The person who is asking this question, that means you didn't get the email. In the email that we had earlier shared for those who qualify for the boot camp, because remember that the boot camp is for those who are scored 70 and above, who are between the ages of 23 to 35. The email states where you're going to be sending the money to. So in case you are within that age range and you have passed your final assessment and you still didn't get an email from us, kindly send us an email at lap@leapafrica.org, and we'll be able to respond to you from there. So I don't see any more questions, but I'm going to be checking our YouTube again in case there are any questions there that I might be missing. Anyone going to the boot camp from Kenya? Yes, we have. I think we have two people who had reached out that they'll be coming to the boot camp from Kenya. So P, your name is P. but I'm not fully linked on YouTube, kindly reach out to us on lap@sleepafrica.org, and we will come back to you on connecting you with those who are going from Kenya. If nobody had reached out to you from here. Let me see. We're trying to see if there is any questions, and so that we're not missing out on anyone at all. So please, I need the invitation for the bootcamp. Efe, kindly send an email to lap@leapafrica.org, lap@leapafrica.org, and we'll share with you an invitation. So for many who need invitation to apply for their visas, kindly, please, if you're coming for the bootcamp, this is the best time for you to ensure that you've applied for your visas on time, so there is no delay in getting your visas. And so we can share with you every document that we need to share as the organization inviting you for the bootcamp. And also, we can also help you with invitation to your employee if you will need that at any point in time. What's the next step for those not attending the bootcamp? Okay, great question. For those not attending the bootcamp, the next step is that that means you have come to the final stage of the bootcamp for you. And if you have done your final assessment, you should have gotten your certificate once you make payment for it. So do your final assessment and get your certificate. And of course, just as many people have shared about the online course, if you can put to action, we're sure that you also see remarkable results in your career as well. Do we have any other questions? Okay, Molly Okech is going for the boot camp from Kenya. All right. So there is Molly Okech here, who is going to the boot camp from Kenya. You can connect with Mary, and you can also, of course, shoot us an email at lap@leapafrica.org so that we can respond to you from there. The certificate is 30,000 naira and $20 for those who are paying from outside Nigeria. All right. I don't see any questions. So right about now, we'll just get the testimonial from Tolulope. And after Tolulope, we get from, I think we already got from New What. Tolulope, in 1 minute, please share your testimonial. It's nice to meet you. Tolulope, you're muted. We can't hear you. Maybe your AirPods do. We can't hear you. No, we can't. We're sorry, we can't hear you.
Sorry, can you hear me now?
Yeah, it's better now.
Okay. Good day, everyone. I'm Tolulope from Nigeria, and one thing that led to my attending this online module was that I saw something that it was for women and it was going to impact us. So when I hear something like that, and for the fact that it was free at that point, so something of impact, most times I always paid for and all that. So that was what led me to attending it. And from everything that I got there, one thing I learned was that don't bottle up your visions, don't bottle up your ambitions. If you have a lot of it, you don't have to stay at something. You can keep evolving, you can keep growing. So I've had it a lot of times that people say things like focus on a particular thing, just one, and keep on doing that thing. You are too much, you are this, because you have a lot of visions. So I found that from one of the speakers that you don't have to bottle up. You can, as far as you are good there, the best thing is just to know when to move, know when to change, know when to move on to the next thing. Another thing I also learned is that you should be confident in your own space, gaining visibility in the workplace. You should be confident, own the room. And she also said something that owning the room comes with the value you have to offer and what you know. So she encouraged us to know more and also give out the value we know. So thank you so much, Leave Africa. Thank you for.
Thank you so much, Tolulope, and thank you for speaking so confidently. Yes, know what you know and know when to move. It is very important. Thank you, and I'm glad that you were able to learn that in the course. So I see some more questions. Somebody's asking a question. Does filling the assessments mean one can take the can't get certificate for the online course. So the good thing is that if you failed the assessment, you don't have just one trial, you have 2 trials. So go back again and do the final assessment again. And we're rooting for you that you pass the final assessment and of course then proceed to get your certificate. Somebody is saying, is there any possibility of getting a certificate if I'm not able to attend the bootcamp? You will be getting a certificate, but only for the online course, and that is after payment. You will not be getting the bootcamp certificate since you are not attending the certificate. How do I know if I'm part of the bootcamp? If you're part of the bootcamp, you must have scored 70 and above. You must be between the ages of 23 to 35. And after that, you must have scored 70 and above in your final assessment. Then we will then send you an email to say that you qualify for the bootcamp. Trying to see if there's any question I'm missing again. Somebody's saying that how long or do we still have access to the online class resources just in case we want to recall the insightful lectures? Okay, great question. Actually, you have access to that online course from now till this is August, from now till January next year. However, the people who are coming for the bootcamp have the live access to the courses just because, they also, have gone the extra mile. So please make sure you finish all the courses, because we also have people who have said, oh, I didn't finish my course and it was time up. We will open the course in due time, but not now. After the bootcamp, we'll come back to opening the course and you have access for those courses from now till January. After January, you no longer have access to those courses anymore, just because, we'll also be having new cohorts join the Leadership Accelerator program. Let me see, do we have any more questions? I think I've mentioned how much the certificate is already, just so that I'm sure that I'm not missing any questions. Okay, now that I'm kindly following up to, okay, I have a question. I'm kindly following up to know if we are asked to reach the pass, okay? I wish to attend and learn. If you don't need any volunteer. Oh, okay. Currently, we do not need volunteers because we have, volunteers that we're currently working with, but we thank you and we appreciate the offer. So we're not sure what the International Volunteer Program is, but that's not on Leadership Accelerator Program. Can you reach out to the team on that? Okay, but be rest assured that they will get back to you if you had if you had applied to the appropriate unit. So during the assessment, many questions came outside the topic that I felt and led to low performance, some consideration, please. Okay, yes. So for the final assessment, we had mentioned it at the onboarding for you that all the questions will not just be on what you've learned, they will also be on the things that we expect you to have known. But the good thing is you have the opportunity to go back to the final assessment the second time. It's the same question. So it's just for you to have. And again, once you, if there's anyone that you failed, the system automatically tells you the one that you're supposed to pass. So which makes it easy for you to go back the second time and pass it. So you can always go back again. Is there any discount on the boot camp? And is there a payment plan for installmental payments? Okay, there is no discount for the boot camp away from what we already have shared. The 500, for those who be coming for the boot camp, and that's why we wanted them to share that video before, you will realize that what you are paying for the boot camp does not even adequately sleep you in the accommodation for the period of time that you come for the boot camp. It is just it's just a commitment fee for everyone who will be coming in. So we're so sorry, we cannot further discount what we already have. Leap Africa is bootstrapping this, and so which means that we don't have any sponsor at the moment for the bootcamp. So we apologize, we cannot further discount, but what you are getting is already at a highly discounted rate for every of our participants who are coming in. If you have further questions and we've not answered them here, kindly send us an email on lap@leapafrica.org. And thank you to those people who are already sending an email. At the end of this call, we'll ensure that we respond to each and every one of you on those questions so that we can get you done with. Do we have any more questions? Now that I see, Just trying to check that there are no more questions, and I can give it over to my director of programs for the closing remarks, and to say to those who are coming for the boot camp that we cannot wait to see you in Lagos, Nigeria. We're getting ready for you to have an exciting time, an excellent time at the boot camp. Get ready. It's going to be power packed and it's going to be very impactful. But most especially to all those who are, done the online course, who would, be ending the journey at this point in time. We want to say to you that just as you had heard the charge, make sure that you take action with everything that you've learned, and you will see a better self for you. So at this point, I say goodbye and I hand it over to my director of programs, Amabel Wakama, on the call for the closing remarks. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Salah. And I'm not going to keep all of you so long. I just want to say a big thank you to every one of you that stayed through. I firstly want to thank all the participants that shared just their powerful testimonials, different things that you felt, you experienced. And I know there's been a lot of questions around, people maybe not being able to come for the boot camp, people not being able to maybe even afford it to an extent. I don't want you to be discouraged because there's a lot of learning that has happened already. If this is where it stops, there's so much that you're taking with you that will actually transform your life. There's so much that you're taking with you that will continue to impact and make you do things differently as a woman leader. So there's no loss there. You've learned a lot. There's many, many insightful learnings, the capacities being built just through the online learning management system. And that's even why we designed this program the way it is, because of course we can't bring everybody, all the thousands of people that started the program online to Nigeria. Even though we probably would love to if we could, but it allows us to reach as many and really give value and leaving them things that will be very transformative. But for the boot camp, that next phase, it's for those that really want to go deeper. They see the value in this. They realize that they are on a trajectory. They need a little bit more, and that's also a good thing. And we are very excited to welcome the boot campers into Nigeria, from those who are coming outside, and of course for those who are already here, welcoming you to where we'll be having it. And it's going to be an even greater experience than you could imagine. I would like to even dare to say that for some people, this might be the most transformative experience they've had thus far in their journeys, in their lives, in their careers. So looking forward to welcoming you, looking forward to receiving you, looking forward to sharing, to learning, to caring. I also want to acknowledge Joy. Joy's session was very inspiring. I would love to see some emojis, some claps, some just celebration of Joy's session. It was absolutely amazing as well. And even for me, listening to her, it was a charge for me, because there are many times, no matter what level of leadership you are as a woman, there are many thoughts you have. You're navigating a lot of different things at any point in time. So it's so important that you're not losing the ability to do so effectively, and that you're also being graceful, giving yourself grace to manage the seasons you're in, but also always taking action. So I just want to really commend that. I really thoroughly enjoyed that session. And for those, every single person here, so those who will be going on to the bootcamp, those who will be stopping here, understand that finishing the learning modules is, again, it's not the end. It's actually a launch pad to do greater things. And I want you to know that the knowledge, the clarity, the confidence you've built, and you will continue to hone and grow and only improve. The next step now is continue to put those things into action. So yes, thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for staying, for sharing. You've prepared, all of you. You're learning. You've learned. Now I'm ready. I think the charge is come ready to lead. The continent, Africa, is waiting for you. So thank you so much, guys. Enjoy the rest of your evening or morning for the person in California, the rest of your day. And yeah, it's going to be an amazing ride.
Thank you, Amabel. Thank you, everyone. Let's quickly turn on our videos, and so that we could just take a group picture as we say goodbye to everyone. So please turn on your videos. It's time for us to take that picture. Larry, please let us know when you're ready for us and we can go. Yes, long live. Thank you. Thank you, Alice. Larry, are you ready for us?
Yes, yeah, we need more cameras on.
Okay, please turn on your cameras. More cameras on. Please turn on your cameras. Let's quickly do this.
They're still waiting.
Tatenda, Ime, Joanna, Salem, Endurance, Uju, we're waiting. Larry, they're saying that videos are disabled by the host. We're not sure what that is. Please help.
Okay. Okay, tell them to try again.
Larry,
Yes. Okay, yes.
please try again. Please try again now. Okay, great. We see more videos coming up now.
So I think we have a good number now. So ready? All right. So just hold on. Let's do the second shot. Hold on. All right. So that's okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you so much, Amabel. Thank you, Joy. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Larry, and everyone who was able to share that testimonial and Joy. And goodbye. It's a goodbye from here. Bye, everyone.